وكفى سلام على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الذين جاهدوا فينا لنهدينهم سبلنا سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. One of the ahwal and one of the kayfiyat that we must be familiar with and what must be attached to it is the concept of Toba. Toba is a very common word that is used, and we have been hearing it since we were children, but we really have to understand Toba in terms of a batni hal, because this is a transformation, this is a change that happens within ourselves. There are some aspects of Toba that we have to do with our physical form, but it's a reorientation of our metaphysical form, of our heart, of our soul, that is known as Toba. And this is something that nobody is free from, meaning that no matter what stage of life we are in, we must become amongst those who are tawabin. For example, if a person is stuck in kufr and shirk, that person has to do tawbah, meaning return back from, reorient himself from kufr and shirk. If a person is a mu'min but this person is stuck in ma'asi, then this person has to reorient and make a U-turn or do tawbah from all of his sins and itham and zamb that this person might be doing. Now, if a person might say, mashallah, that Allah Ta'ala has protected him from sins, this person, is he in need of tawbah? Of course he is. Because now he has to do tawbah from any ghafla, any heedlessness that this person might be suffering from. So it may not be that a person might be actively committing a sin, but the fact that a lot of our life is wasted away, a lot of our time is wasted away. Awqat that have been wasted not in the dhikr of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have to do tawbah from that. Jodam ghafil, sodam kafir. That's what our Shaykh have taught us. And let's say a person is a person of dhikr, he does not commit any sins. Is this person in need of tawbah? Of course he is. Why? Because none of our amal, and we have to really understand this, none of our amal are worthy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we have to do tawbah, we have to do istighfar over those actions that we think are worthy of something. So every person needs to make sure that they are in a state of tawbah at all times. وَلَمْ يَتُبْ أُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الظَّالِمُونَ. That the people who do not do tawbah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them a stamp that they are from amongst those people who are zalim, meaning they transgress against themselves. They are the transgressors, they are the oppressors. We have a concept of zulm, but this is real zulm. This is the same terminology that our father Hazrat Adam alayhi salam used as well. رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا, that we have transgressed against our own nufus. Okay? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that a person who does not do tawbah, those are the people who are the true aggressors. They are the transgressors. Right? So the opposite is also true, that inshallah ta'ala those people who actually do tawbah, then they are not amongst those zalimeen. They're not doing so. So that's why we have to make sure that in this month of Ramadan, that every single day we remind ourselves and we find that hal and ahwal of tawbah within ourselves. Okay? And what it takes is a little bit of acceptance, a little bit of iqrar of what we have done. Right? Because usually tawbah is something to do with our past, right? Something that we have done. And for that we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us what is known as the ability to look at our own faults. It's easy to look at other people's faults. We can sit here and we can count 1,000,000 of them. But it is very difficult to really count our own. And so this is something we ask Allah, Allah, open up my own faults to me and allow me to repent, allow me to turn back from them. Allow me to make a U-turn from each and every one of them. And these can be outward sin, these can be inward sins. And especially because we decided and we make the intention that we're going to have a goal-oriented Ramadan, it is essential that we do this muhasabah, we do this accounting, that we try to look at ourselves and find certain things that we want to change or that we want to transform, that we want to turn away from, we need to do tawbah from. Okay? And it's also, Mashaykh have written, Hazrat Hassan Basri rahmatullah has also written that there are different components to tawbah, and we all know that. So this is just a reminder that, the first thing is that nidama. And this is also a hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, that the nidama, the tawbah is the nidama, the remorse of the heart. Okay? And so that in itself is telling you that it has to do with something within. Dil ka tootna, that your heart breaks, like you find something and your heart breaks. So, this nidama, or this remorse, it has to begin with that. Because again, you have the feeling and emotion, it will translate into asking for forgiveness. And what is that? Istighfar that we do every single day. That is a representation of our inner self. It cannot just be that I'm just doing istighfar, astaghfirullah, rabbi min kulli zanbi wa atubu ilayh, and my batin is not living up to that istighfar. Okay? So it really has to be that when we say istighfar, it really is a manifestation, a reflection of the heart that has found within itself that nidama, that remorse, that feeling, that emotion, that this is not good, that this is not it. I cannot live like this, and I cannot present myself to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala like this. Okay, and then we have to desist. You can't say astaghfirullah, and then do exactly the same thing. We have to stop. We have to stop doing what we are doing, and this is the showing off that your inner emotion and your tongue and your action are in sync, that they're aligned, that you say that you have nidama, that you're taking steps to stay away from it. Okay, we can't keep on saying, Allah, I'm sorry about this, Allah, I'm sorry about that, and then deliberately, intentionally keep on doing that. Okay, so this is something that we really have to worry about. A couple of more things, because we never wanted this to be a long lecture of sorts. This is just a reflection of ahwal. One of the things that we have to reflect on, that what is it? What did we do that we were taken out of the shelter of Allah, or we broke the shelter of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, meaning that hifadha from that sin that was with us. What did we do that broke it, or what about us that we were taken out of it? And Mashaykh have written about it, right? But we do have to reflect it. Sometimes it's really to inculcate that humility, because a lot of times we become too comfortable with our own skin, and and we forget Allah Ta'ala, that it is Allah Ta'ala's tawfiq that allows us to be in whatever state we're in, to be able to stay away from sins, to be able to commit any good actions. This is the rahmat and tawfiq from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes there's that as well. Okay? And another thing is that we will be held accountable, because mistakes everybody makes. That's khata. But when it comes to guna, that is something that is deliberate, that's intentional. And what is even worse, we have to hold ourselves account to the enjoyment that comes with it. So rather than the remorse, if we find ourselves enjoying the sin, that just shows that the nafs is in a very, very poor state. Right? That not only are we committing this grave action against the hukum of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we have allowed us to enjoy it, and that enjoyment a lot of times remains stuck within the nafs. And that is the trigger. We spoke about behaviors, and that is the trigger. That enjoyment, that reminder, the memory of the enjoyment keeps on triggering the same kinds of behaviors and actions. right? And this is a saza, this is a punishment from Allah, because that enjoyment, even though it might be for a few minutes or seconds or whatever the case might be, now this has become a doorway for you to keep on committing the sin again and again and again, killing that remorse and voice within ourselves. Right? So we have to be a little bit, we have to care about that. We have to care about that. And inshallah ta'ala, trying to, and again, people make mistakes, but hastening, asking for forgiveness and replacing those actions with good actions. That is also something we must bring it into our life. That okay, whatever the reason might be, if you have committed something, inshallah ta'ala, just with that humility and humbleness, asking for forgiveness and hastening to do something. Our mashayikh used to punish their nufus. We have to learn how to do that as well. Skip a meal, sleep on the cold floor, right? Don't use a pillow. If it's really cold, don't use a blanket. This is punishing your nafs. That, oh nafs, you forced me to go against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Some mashayikh have done that as well, but also one of the things that we're told in this blessed Sharia is to replace it with good actions. Okay, do extra nawafil, give sadaqat, do something that is heavy on the nafs from that perspective as well. So inshallah ta'ala, we ask Allah ta'ala that Allah ta'ala allows us to become amongst those who are true repenters. Tubu ilallahi tawbatun nasuha. That is something that we have been ordered. And so Allah ta'ala, we make dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us that tawbatun nasuha in our life. Ameen Rabbil Alameen. After da'wana alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Inshallah, for a few minutes, just close your eyes and bow your heads in humility and humbleness. Let go of all the thoughts of the dunya, everyone in this dunya, and bring your attention to your qalb, 2 fingers below your left chest, and bring your attention of your qalb to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imagine there's nothing except Ar-Rabb, and Ar-Rabb is sending down His blessings and wara tajalliyat fuyuzat into our qalb. Our qalb is absorbing it, and all the filth and darkness and hardness is escaping it. And feel that your qalb is calling out to Him. Feel that your qalb is saying, Allah, Allah, Allah. لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. نقرأ إن شاء الله سبحان ربي على عالم الوهاب. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكون من الخاسرين. رب اغفر وارحم وأنت خير الراحمين. اللهم يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. اللهم يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. Ya Allah Kareem, our kind and merciful Lord, Allah, we thank you, Ya Allah Kareem, for allowing us to experience the first Sawm, Ya Allah, of this blessed month. Oh Allah, we accept all the shortcomings and all the defects, Allah. This is because of our weakness, Ya Allah Kareem. Allah, we could not fast the way that you want us to fast, Allah. Despite that, Allah, we ask you that you accept this mihnat, accept this effort that we have made, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, we ask you, Ya Allah Kareem, that you give us the full reward of this, Ya Allah Kareem. And we have been told by our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam that, Ya Allah Kareem, that you yourself are the reward, Ya Allah, for fasting. Allah, we ask you that you bless us with your love, bless us with your ta'alluq, bless us with your connection, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, help us feel that muhabba, Ya Allah Kareem. Help us feel that ta'alluq in our heart, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, we ask you that you make us people of Toba. Oh Allah, make us people of sincere Toba. A Toba that has sincerity in it, Ya Allah Kareem, without any pretenses, Ya Allah Kareem. Toba that is for your sake, Ya Allah Kareem, and for nothing else, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, allow us to change in this blessed month, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, increase us in our himmah, Ya Allah Kareem, with every passing day. Oh Allah, help us tire ourselves more for you. Help us, Ya Allah, strive more for you, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, make this Ramadan count for us, Allah. Make this the Ramadan that you bless us with your wilayah, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, make this the Ramadan, Ya Allah Kareem, that you protect us from nafs and shaitan, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, make us this Ramadan, Ya Allah, that we are able to experience one salah as our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, one sajda like his, Ya Allah Kareem, one fast like his, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, that is enough for our lifetime, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, accept us, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, accept the du'as of everyone, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, we ask you to protect the ummah of Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Allah, wherever they are, in any trials and tribulations, Allah, help them, Ya Allah. Especially our brothers and sisters in Gaza. Ya Allah Kareem, protect them, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, protect them, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, protect them, Ya Allah, from transgression and oppression. Allah, we are embarrassed by our own weakness, Ya Allah. There's nothing we can do, Ya Allah. Oh Allah, help us make dua for them, Ya Allah Kareem, for the martyrs there, Ya Allah. Allah. Ya Allah Kareem, the women they are calling out, the children they are calling out. Oh Allah, make this ummah strong again, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, make this ummah strong again, Ya Allah Kareem. Oh Allah, accept our du'as with your rahmat, fazl, karam. Alone, khudawanda maqsood man tu'i wa razaya tu. Mera muhabbat wa ma'arifat zawq shawq khud bidday. Sallallahu ta'ala ala khayri khalqihi Muhammadin wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in bi rahmatika. Ya Arhamar Rahimin. Ameen.